Make sure that doesn't happen.
Double check it, Lee. Double check it. You can't waste another hour and a half, bro. Double check it, Lee.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Fight Rant Live, episode 12, take 2. Y'all don't know, but this is take 2 because my microphone was off for the entire episode of take 1. That was kind of messed up.
12.2.
So we spent about
Only
an hour.
Only Lee. Only Lee.
Thanks a lot, Lee.
My bad, fellas,
Mic
my
check.
bad. But
1 2 1 2.
dedication.
Mic check.
We got dedication. We're all back. We're gonna do it again for y'all, just so everybody can see. So, G.I., kick us off with a little bit of boxing information.
All right, so we're gonna this time we're gonna talk more about Alexander Povetkin, who has been found to be using meldonium, which is a drug that increases blood flow. Same thing as Maria Sharapova, who admitted to using it during the Australian Open. If he gets a chance to contest this, so he can go ahead and review the analysis. But if it comes out that it is true that he did use it, then he can possibly lose the chance to have that fight against Deontay Wilder on May 21st, which would be a big loss for Deontay Wilder too, because I believe he's I think he's stated to win 4.5 million with a potential of 715,000 win bonus on this match.
That's his biggest purse. His biggest purse to date.
Yep.
That would be his biggest purse.
Messed up? That I think it's messed up that there's still a possibility of Povetkin fighting, even though he just failed the test. But at the same time, I want him to fight anyways, because I want Wilder to at least fight and do the semi-legitimate. You know what I'm saying? So. Hopefully it's not canceled and it still happens.
He's extra legitimate with the drugs now.
Yeah, but that drug stuff, that freaking performance enhancing drugs and all that stuff, it's rampant, man. I think it's rampant on all combat sports, in regular sports. It's everywhere, man. Paulie Malignaggi, he said it perfect too. In his interview there, he was saying that he thought that boxers should also be checked the same way they have in the UFC now and stuff, because a lot of them are on stuff, and that thing that thing is rampant everywhere, man. They're always gonna get popped. Everybody always wants that competitive edge.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this is just gonna hurt the heavyweight division. We have Povetkin with this issue, and then we have Tyson Fury, who's ranting everywhere except for on Fight Rant. He's got his own channel, I guess, where he rants and talks about everything from the Jews running the government and the banks to people not worrying about bestiality because it might just be legal one day, the way things are going now. So the heavyweight division is pretty much a circus. Apart from Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder, we have Ortiz in there as well. Everything else is just a joke so far.
Tyson Fury needs to stop trying to be Conor McGregor. That's what he needs to stop doing. Trying to be Conor McGregor, man. He's not good at the trash talking, man. He sounds like he's retarded. Whenever he pops up for anything, he always digs himself into a hole, and pretty much the whole boxing community just wants him gone because he goes on some crazy retarded rants. I don't understand him, man. And he was trying to say that Conor McGregor bites off of him and trying to be him. No, I mean, Conor McGregor is a great trash talker. You just say irrelevant, crazy stuff that just makes no sense. It has nothing to do with boxing or anything. It's just random crap.
Yep.
He digs his own hole, man. I don't get him.
Well, he said he was retiring after the fight with Klitschko again, right? So hopefully that's true.
Yeah. What do you guys think about that time that he went to the press conference with the dressed as Batman and stuff? Like, do you find any of his stuff like
it's not entertaining?
Like must watch TV?
No,
exactly.
It's not McGregor.
It looks like a retard, like somebody that
talks.
has. It looks like exactly. It looks like someone that has mental problems whenever Tyson Fury does something, right? Like he doesn't look stable.
When I first saw it, I didn't even know that it was a press conference. I was just looking at it like, what is that? Who is that? and then I noticed Klitschko sitting there. He's just laughing and looking like, what's going on? And then Tyson Fury comes out and fights. I think somebody came out and he fought somebody and did a whole crime scene, superhero crime scene thing.
He put himself on the floor looking doofy as heck, man. I'm like, what in the world is this, man?
Yeah, bro.
Nothing he does is ever like organic or anything.
This is 2006. This is 2016, and Prince Nazim had way better material than what Tyson Fury can come up with. So, that just shows how much creativity there is there. I think he's just desperate.
This stuff is premeditated and planned out, and it still sucks.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's that good at all.
He's not.
I watched him fight. He's not that entertaining. He's not that good to me. I mean, again, I come from a time where we had, real heavyweights fighting, like Holyfield and Foreman and Tyson, Riddick Bowe and
Ray Mercer.
You can go on and on. But these guys is just embarrassing. I do like that. We have Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder, Ortiz.
They need to figure that out. Like Wilder and Joshua
they need to work a lot.
In the ring not too long from now, maybe like a year from now.
They have a lot of work to do on the heavyweight division. It's hurting really bad. It was doing okay, and then with all this stuff, it just takes 2-3 steps back. Now, Povetkin, I'm looking at Bleacher Report. They stated that Mr. Povetkin has the right to promptly request analysis of the B sample at his expense. Please be aware that VADA does not adjudicate results nor determine whether sanctions are appropriate. As with all results, adverse findings are reported to the relevant commissions. And they're saying that Povetkin took the substance in September, which was at the time that the anti-doping agency didn't place meldonium on the banned substance list until January 1st. So I guess that's the angle that they're going to take.
Then if that's the case, then he shouldn't have a problem. Then they should let him fight. Because if it wasn't on the list, then it's not on the list. You know what I mean? Like if that's true, there's no reason for him not to fight.
Yeah. So that's the angle they're gonna go with, and hopefully, I mean, one, then you need to take care of this substance abuse issue with all the sports. It's not only boxing. We have it everywhere. Wrestling, everywhere. I mean, we had one of the new wrestlers just got suspended for a few months. Adam Rose got suspended for a few months due to abuse, and then a few weeks later he gets arrested. So, that's just something that hurts the company and hurts the fan base of any sport that we're interested in. But hey, whatever happens. Hopefully Wilder does get that big buck, and hopefully that moves on. Now, what I wanted to touch on was something we didn't pick up on last week after the fights, and that was the Canelo versus Khan battle. Guys, what did you think about that? I had it 3-2, not including the knockout round, which was 3-3, making it a tie for me. Canelo did win by a knockout that took Khan's lights out and sent him into the fourth dimension. What did you guys think about that?
I had it 4-1 for Khan. Pretty much, to me, it played out exactly how I thought it was going to play out. I thought that Khan was going to come out looking like the better skilled boxer, and he would try to stay away, use his footwork, use some defense, not get cocky and try to trade. And he did that for the first 2 rounds. And then the third round, he started getting complacent, and I guess he thought his speed was so good he could just stop and plant himself. Canelo started with the body shots and didn't look too good. You can see the first one when it landed, it hurt Khan. He did a little grin, kind of tried to tell him that, oh, they hurt me. But everyone knows that when you do that, it's because it hurts you. So it started that way, and it was just a matter of time. So he got caught and put to sleep. But he was winning the fight. I mean, most of the folks that watched it, I mean, even the pros, they were saying that he was up. He got caught. He has no chin. Everybody knows he has no chin. I mean, Algeri freaking rocked him. You remember that, Gi? Algeri rocked him, and we thought, I was like, oh my God, Algeri's he's gonna end him, and he survived this stuff. But Canelo, you ain't surviving a haymaker like that. Caught him with an overhand right. Goodness gracious. And it was night. But that's pretty much what I thought was going to happen anyways.
Lee, what you think?
Except for what Lee says. And the CompuBox.
Listen.
Outland him.
I'm going to explain something to y'all.
It pretty much played out exactly how I thought it was going to play out.
You basically just went through the whole thing talking about how Canelo didn't do nothing. That Khan decided to get complacent by himself. And there was no reason for it, but
I don't get.
People get blinded by flashy speed and fast hands, a lot of motion, but the CompuBox doesn't lie, man. It's been used forever.
I think it does. I think it can. I don't know. I think that can be manipulated. How about, let's talk about this. How about the first 2 rounds when he was doing what I said he should do? When he was doing that.
The first 2 rounds,
Canelo, he looked damn near foolish at times. He couldn't even catch him.
I think Canelo was,
and when he would come in, like 2-3 shots.
Canelo was just being observant. Canelo was just being observant, which is what you're supposed to do in the first round, first 3 rounds to figure out your opponent. Of course, he had a lot to figure out. One is the speed, and if he could keep up with him, and if this guy can keep up what he's trying to do as well. So, and trying to find the pockets and the slots. I think Khan did a great job at the beginning, and then Canelo started working the body, and that's when he started putting his guard down. And like we said before in the episode 12 that we have to redo now, I'm kind of worried now about Khan, and not only his chin, because obviously we know his chin is not the greatest thing out there, but also his body, because if he's so concerned with protecting the body, then what does that say about him? How good is his resilience? So.
Yeah, but that's where I disagree in regards to like the body shots. It wasn't like he was still moving around like in the first and second shots, because he didn't get hit with no body shots in the first and second round. It was in the third round when he decided to slow down. He started just planting himself, thinking, I guess he's so fast or something. That's when Canelo started to land. It wasn't like he was moving around like the first and second round and Canelo was catching him with body shots. No, he slowed down, and he always does. It's like as the rounds progress, he slows down on his defense. I guess he starts thinking, hey, I don't need to use that much defense. I don't need to use that much footwork and move around. That's when Canelo started landing the shots. And you saw it bother him. You saw it hurt him. But it wasn't like he was following the same thing he was doing the first, second round, and he was getting caught. No, he got complacent himself. He started slowing it down, thinking, I guess he could pull it off. And boom, there came the body shots. First on the landing, you saw that thing just dig right in there, and he gave that little face and stuff. I could tell it hurt him. And from there, it started slightly going downhill from there. I mean, but he still won that round.
Oh, whatever Khan did, Canelo did the right thing to adapt to it.
Mm-hmm. Now, I mean, in that undercard, we had two of before we touch Canelo and Triple G, we had two of Triple G's previous opponents. We had David Lemieux and we had also Curtis Stevens. Curtis Stevens was, to me, what that felt like was, hey, we're gonna throw Curtis Stevens in there and try to bring this fighter up, and it didn't work out that way because Curtis Stevens ended up knocking him out in the, I believe it was the second round, and then Lemieux also got a TKO because it was a stoppage. Did you guys? I don't know if you guys managed to see that the undercard, but I thought Lemieux did pretty well and showed his power. The way that the power that he does have, is it compared to Triple G? I don't think so. But I think he has something there, and he's a tough dude. Curtis Stevens, I was kind of happy that Curtis Stevens got that knockout back, because I kind of hate to see somebody of his age kind of being made to be a stepladder for somebody that wants to come up in the field. Also, Curtis Stevens still has some time ahead of him before you can say that he's washed up or whatever. So, but touching on that, going into Canelo versus Triple G, Triple G looks to be the favorite 4-1 if and when the fight happens. I think we're down to 11 days before the decisions.
I think so. What they said, wasn't it like 23 days we're giving them? Something like that? 15 days.
Yeah, it's
15 days?
Yeah, 15 days from
I see him
Monday.
I'm gonna make my predictions. I see Triple G knocking out or finishing Canelo by the 6th round. And it'll be, by the time that happens, it'll be 4 rounds Triple G, 1 round Canelo. That's how I see it going down. Especially the night of the fight, when they're in there in the ring, Triple G's gonna look like two weight divisions difference. You guys will see.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Sure.
He's gonna listen. Khan was actually bigger, like not frame and muscle wise, but size wise. And he's a legit 5'8.5", legit, right? And they try to lie on Canelo's height as 5'9". How in the world is he 5'9"? He's clearly like an inch shorter than Khan. And Triple G's legit 5'10", 5'10.5", almost 5'11". Trust me, bro. Watch the fight. Watch on fight night. If it happens, which it looks kind of like it is going to happen. Before it was a little iffy, but it looks more like it's going to happen. Watch on the fight night, the night of the fight. He's going to pretty much tower over Canelo. And at the same time, to me, Triple G, and I understand, Lee, you tell me, I mean, he hasn't really fought anyone legit like that, so we really can't base the skills like that, and I understand that. I agree with that, sort of, but I see more skill in Triple G than Canelo. I think he cuts off the ring better. I think he pops out that jab better. So I see slightly more skill, and then he's bigger and stronger. So I don't see this ending good at Canelo.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really argue that. But we just got to see him fight somebody better to know how good those skills really are. That's all.
All right, but this in regards to you, because Gia never brings this up. You bring this up. Oh, it's about Canelo. I swear to God, he's like the golden boy to you, bro.
Nah.
Do you think? No. Hold on. Do you think? Because you always talk about all the progression and the skill, his boxing skill and his counter and this and that. Do you think he will show enough skill to the point that people for a little while are like, oh wow, he's getting hammered, but he's putting up a good fight just off of his skill.
Yeah.
Do you think that'll happen?
Yes.
You think so?
Yeah. I think he'll counter very effectively early on.
All right.
How do you have the fight going?
9 fight ends in the 9th round. Referee stops the fight, but it's a pretty even fight up until then.
Okay.
I think it's still
an
even fight.
Yeah,
I think I still have
I think Canelo will take the early rounds, and then Triple G will take over.
Yeah, I think I still have it 4-3. Like I said before, 4-3. It'll end around the 7th round, and that will be by TKO stoppage. I don't think Canelo is the type to get knocked out. And his pride will probably make him take a beating. But again, I don't think Canelo's that.
You don't think Triple G can knock out Canelo? I sure can. I sure do. I think he can knock him out. I think he catch him, he can knock him out.
I think he can, but I
caught him flush,
and I think Canelo, Triple G can knock out pretty much anybody, right, with the power that he has. But the whole thing about Canelo is that he's tough. He's got a hell of a chin, and I think he'll take that hit and he won't go down. And if he does go down, he's gonna try his best to get back up, because it's all about this fight is the way that the fight has been created. It's been created into something where it's Mexican pride versus this guy from Kazakhstan that wants to take over pretty much.
They're trying to rob the Mexican pride for himself.
Right. Yeah. So it's something.
Okay, but tell me this. You guys know more, I guess, in regards to the level of competition that Canelo has faced in the past. What boxer has he faced that has legit one-punch knockout power, or just power that could completely change the fight with one solid shot? What boxer has Canelo faced, and what fight was his chin actually tested?
Kirkland fight.
I haven't seen one. Get the heck out of here with that crap, bro. Hell no.
You just asked for one-punch knockout power. Kirkland has it.
No. That dude, get the heck out of here, bro. I go back and watch. I've watched Cummins fights, and that dude's he's a tomato can, man. That I don't even want to hear it, man. That dude is, oh my God.
But you didn't ask us to tell you about his skill. You asked about power.
He doesn't
have that kind of knockout power, bro. No, he doesn't. No. You know what? I actually saw Canelo react more to a punch from Khan. When Khan caught him in, like a couple of times, it literally stopped Canelo in the middle, and his hands were up like this. Yeah. Like he literally just. I saw the shots hurt him more from Khan than freaking Kirkland. Man, Kirkland, he fought like some dude that you take out of a bar. That's how he fought, man. That dude I saw no skill at all. I saw no power that actually even bothered Canelo.
I think that was really more a factor of the speed that he was getting hit with than the power of Khan's punches, He was surprised by the speed.
Yeah.
Man, I haven't seen
Alfredo Angulo has any power?
Angulo, he actually does have some decent power. Yeah. I don't remember that fight. I remember fighting him, I don't remember.
He caught him a few times too, but I mean, he could take punches, man. But he's also not one to just take punches. It's not like from what we've seen, Triple G likes to take punches to give one. The most popular one of his was the one where he got punched with I believe it was a right, and Triple G came back at the same time with his right and knocked him out. So and he always does that. He tries to find, give me one and I'll give you one back, just a little harder, and that's the way that he fights, as opposed to Canelo, where he tries to figure you out, and then when you make a move, he comes back and he hits you properly without getting hit. See, with Kirkland, what happened with Kirkland? Even after he knocked him out. No, I don't think Kirkland sucks, because I've seen Kirkland fight.
Yes, he does.
He just didn't have he didn't have a strategy when he went to fight Canelo. Even when Canelo knocked him with what I call a 360 knockout, when he hit him, you can see Canelo already predicting what Kirkland was going to do next, and he lowered himself down, and lo and behold, came over with Kirkland with the left hook, and Canelo was just he predicted everything he was going to do.
I swear to God, Kirkland was the most reckless, sloppy. That was just, oh my God, that was just. It looked like you took some dude that just had a couple of drinks at a bar and you started a fight with the dude. That's what it looked like. Well, no composure.
Just went for the kill.
What the heck was that? Bro, went for the kill was an understatement. But I just saw no skill up. I'm trying to think right now. Did I even see a jab from the dude? I don't think I did. That was just horrible, man. I'm looking at
the first round, Kirkland went in and he caught him with a few good ones. Canelo then reacted and started brawling with him as well, and then all of a sudden Canelo stopped, and which is what I say about Canelo, that he's becoming smarter, because the old Canelo would have kept going with the brawl, but he stopped and he composed himself, brought it back, and took the game back to where he wanted it to be.
You know what I saw?
Where Kirkland wanted it.
I saw Canelo's little light bulb just go off, and he's like, why in the world am I trading with this? This dude sucks. Let me slow down and just knock him out. That's what I saw, literally. The fight was going on, and I saw it. Like, it was like he was like, what am I doing? This dude sucks as heck. Let me just slow down. So counter, boom. That's literally what he's doing. Come on, man. You could just see it. He's like, this dude sucks. What am I trading with this dude? This guy sucks.
I think you're gonna be surprised when you see when this fight happens. You'll see a little bit more of Canelo's abilities.
I don't think that at all.
I think so, and I tell you what, like I said before, with the overhand right, Triple G also needs to be careful with that overhand right, because that's Canelo's meal ticket right there. Every time he throws that overhand right, he knocks somebody out.
Yo, you see Triple G's jab. I always said, he has a nice jab. You see how Klitschko does to the smaller guys, where he paws them out like this, and just and just unleashes that freaking cannon. That's what you're gonna see, bro. He's gonna take that little ass freaking cannon like this. He's gonna keep him at bay, bro. I'm telling you, man. And he's just gonna boom.
Yeah,
man, you'll see. You're gonna see, bro. You're gonna see.
And then you might be underestimating Canelo.
Nah, man. You're gonna see. Look, you're gonna see 5'7" against 5'10.5". Really, like a 168-pounder that fights a 160. You're gonna see the difference, buddy. You'll see. And when he lands, Canelo's gonna remember his fight against Cotto, how Cotto was tagging him up, but nothing really impacted. It's gonna be reversed this time.
So then, what do you have Triple G winning? What round?
I have won about a 6th round, TKO or KO.
But why? Because of the way you're describing it, what do you see about a 6th round? Because the way you're describing it, it sounds like Triple G is gonna knock his lights out in the 3rd.
Because
round.
I think that the Triple G will be because of the big scene, and it's gonna be a big card. He's gonna be a little more tentative, and he's gonna try to hold back. It's because he's fighting Canelo. I think he's going to go in there thinking, it's Canelo. He might have some good skills, some good power. And then about the 3rd or 4th round, he'll be like, I'm going to kill this dude. This little motherfucker, I'm going to kill you. And he's just going to start boom, boom. And you see how he chases down all the other fighters that he fights? Around the 3rd or 4th round, he's going to really start doing that. When he sees, like, this dude ain't Canelo going to do nothing to me. You'll see. Watch. I can just see it playing out, man. I can see it playing out.
All right. So, what do you guys see as far as the pay-per-view buys? You're a pay-per-view buy guy. What do you think?
I think it'll do like 500,000 or something like that.
Oh, so you don't think it'll be Canelo?
I don't know, man. Because even the Khan, if you read that article, they think that stuff is like very inflated. Like even I think it's inflated. When I saw it, I was like, they got that much buys. I think that's kind of inflated. I don't even believe that it had freaking. It was saying in one part it was saying it was only 400,000. Then they're trying to say it was 600,000. So I don't believe it did that good. I think this one will legit do like 500,000-600,000.
Yeah, I would say like
we have
6.
We have to understand that 6.
Yeah, about 6.
Yeah, because you have to understand, like, if Triple G was that big of a star, his fight wouldn't have done no 75 or 100,000 buys. Like it would have done at least more. If he was really that big, like HBO tries to push him, I think he would have like at least got like 200,000-300,000 at least. And then it came out that they were saying, it sold about 150,000. Then some real reports came out. They're like, no, that's inflated. It was more about 75,000-80,000 buys.
I think the final number was like 97,000.
97,000.
David Lemieux wasn't that known here. He was a Canadian. When he came in, he was a Canadian superstar. He wasn't known here. So, but that's totally different from fighting somebody like Canelo. You know, Canelo Alvarez can bring a good number.
I agree with what you're saying in regards to Lemieux. I agree with you there. What I'm talking about is just based off of Triple G. All that big push that HBO's been doing on him, and all that media. They had him on ESPN. They had the undefeated 20-something knockouts in a row, the knockout machine. Even Jordan has picked him up. He's in Jordan Brand. He's sponsored by Jordan. He's sponsored by Apple. You know what I'm saying? There's a big push by HBO. You know HBO got him these things. So I'm thinking just off of that itself, I'm thinking it's probably gonna be like 200,000-300,000 maybe. Let's see. And the real numbers, I forgot what Lee said it was. They said the accurate numbers were 97,000. So, man, that was like a complete failure, man.
I just hope that when they make this fight happen, is that they have Chocolatito on the undercard again, because I can't get enough of that guy. That guy's awesome. He kicks ass and he performs. And if you watch him move, you can tell that kid has some talent, a lot of talent in him. And maybe, you know what? Maybe if we have like Chocolatito and then have like a I want to say a super middleweight, but there's really not a really good super middleweight I want to see. Maybe maybe Andre Ward in there. That would be a good card.
Who's that top guy? There's a top guy that they want Chocolatito to. Who the heck was it? Because they were talking about him and they showed some highlights on him, and he's in the Chocolatito's weight class. I was like, whoa, this dude looks legit. And they were talking about like they were saying Chocolatito needs to fight somebody like this. What the heck was his name? I forgot, man. That was the first time I actually saw him.
You know who they should put on the undercard? They should put Terrence Crawford on the undercard.
I don't.
I like.
Well, maybe as a pre-main event, like right before the main event.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I would put Terrence Crawford. Yeah, right before the main event, and before Terrence Crawford, I would put Chocolatito. Yeah, that I would do.
And Errol Spence Jr., bro, stick him in there too, man. Errol Spence Jr. and Terrence Crawford, bro. Those are the two boxers. I think those dudes are legit, man. Yeah, I think they're freaking legit.
Or if they can get Lomachenko versus Leo Santa Cruz, that would be a good undercard as well. Because I'm dying to see those two go at it. But
I remember Lomachenko. I'm not too much of a fan of his, but
he's fast.
He fought that Asian dude right with a messed up hand and just kept popping it with one hand, I think, or something like that.
Yeah,
it was in your house.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's bad. I'm just not too much of a fan of his.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see what happens there. But we've got some DraftKings picks that we got to do. Tomorrow we have the UFC. What fight is that? The UFC 198?
Yep.
Yep.
All right, and Potelou, Franklin, he's gonna break down the fighters for us, and we're gonna do our picks as best as we can remember. The fights actually start. The prelims start at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, and which is 3:30 p.m. Pacific time, wherever you are. So let's go.
Yeah. First fight, and that's the early prelims on UFC Fight Pass. We have Renato Moicano versus Zubair Tuhugov. I have Renato Moicano winning that fight, decision. To me, I believe it goes all 3 rounds. It should be a solid fight. They're solid fighters. So I have Renato, decision. Who do you have, Jet?
I have Zubair, the Warrior. I have him winning. I think he's gonna get a knockout out of this one. That's what I'm feeling now. I'm feeling a knockout. I don't know what I was feeling before, but in this one, I'm feeling a knockout.
I got
Second
Tuhugov
round,
by
maybe.
decision.
What you said? You said who?
Tuhugov by
Zubair?
decision.
Okay.
Okay.
He's got the Warrior too.
All right. So second fight, Sergio Moraes versus Luan Chagas, and don't tell me I'm going to change my mind now. Now that I'm looking at it.
They're both from the jungle. You got Tarzan and the Panther.
Yeah, I just feel it's kind of like an evenly matched fight. I'm going with Luan Chagas, knockout first round.
I'm going with Sergio, the Panther. Probably a submission towards the end of the second.
I'm going to go with Moraes in a second round KO.
Second round KO?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, next fight, Antonio Rogerio Nogueira, Little Nog, as he's known, the legend, versus Patrick Cummins. All the respect to Little Nog, great fighter, great Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, great boxing. But I just think he's reached this level that he's reached this point in his career. He's not the same anymore. He doesn't have the same output. He can't take the same amount of punishment. He doesn't move the same. He's slower. I believe it's just his time it's been, each fight I've seen, it's kind of been going downhill from there. I have Patrick Cummins winning this by third round ground and pound stoppage.
Okay. I have Patrick. Think he's gonna make the ref stop this fight. I'm gonna say towards the end of the second round or the beginning of the third, they're probably gonna have to stop this fight. He's gonna cut him up, open him up, and they'll have no choice but to stop it.
I got Cummins as well, but I'm gonna say that Little Nog takes it all the way to the end for decision, and Cummins will win by decision.
Okay, all right. And next fight, John Lineker versus Rob Font.
That looks like a gremlin.
I have Lineker winning by second round knockout.
I'm taking a chance here, and I'm going with Rob Font.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm gonna go with Lineker also, but I think it'll be a third round knockout. But Font is a guy I could possibly play, if I felt like my card was stacked and I didn't have enough money for a favorite, I'd take a shot on Font. If I wouldn't mind taking a shot with him.
I'm gonna say beginning of the second round or towards the middle, he's gonna get a knockout.
Okay. All right. So next fight, Francisco Trinaldo versus Yancy Medeiros.
like that guy.
This one, I see Francisco Trinaldo winning this second round knockout.
I have 50 Cent losing to Yancy. I think he looks like 50 Cent to me. Sorry. I think Yancy's going to get a knockout, and it'll probably be I'm a second kind of guy, so I'm saying second round knockout as well.
I'm
should
going,
be a good one. This should be a good fight.
I'm going Francisco Trinaldo by second round knockout. Medeiros is, he's another guy you might want to take a chance on if you're short on cash, though. It's a pretty even kind of matched fight, but I think Trinaldo pulls it off.
All right. Okay, so next fight after that, we have Thiago Santos versus Nate Marquardt. Nate Marquardt, love him as a fighter. I mean, legend, been around for a long time. I just feel he's in part of his career now that it's kind of downhill. Doesn't have the chin, doesn't have the stamina. Can't really take even shots to the body. He's just not the same anymore. I think Thiago Santos knocks him out in the first round. Most likely about 3 minutes in, 3-4 minutes in. What about you? What about you, Gia?
I'm looking at this again. I think last time I picked Nate, I believe so. But this time I think I'm gonna go with Thiago, just because he's from Brazil, and he's got some takedown defense, like really good takedown defense, and his 76-inch reach. I think he can get a submission. He'll probably tire him out and get a submission in the beginning of the third round.
Look, Santos is a beast, man. I'm going with first round KO, under 3 minutes.
Yeah. Under 3 minutes. Yeah. I mean, it could happen. Yep. All right, next fight.
He's only showing 8% submission, so I want him to pick up his submission skills. So.
This is the last fight of the prelims heading into the pay-per-view. We have Demian Maia versus Matt Brown. Demian Maia is legit as all heck in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu grappling. He is as legit as they come. Might be the best Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner in MMA. Could very easily be. But I see Matt Brown winning this one. He finds a way to keep it standing, knocks him out by second round.
I also got a knockout on Matt Brown. Matt Brown, I don't see a first round on this either. Second round knockout as well.
What about you, Lee?
Demian Maia, second round submission victory.
Okay.
Could happen. I mean, it could happen. He's good. All right, so first fight of the pay-per-view card, we have Warlley Alves versus Bryan Barberena. And I'm going with Warlley by second round knockout.
I'm going with Warlley by first round submission.
I'm going to go with Warlley also, but first round knockout.
Okay.
All right, next fight coming up after that, we have Mauricio Shogun Rua versus Corey Anderson. Another legend, Shogun. Love the dude. Great fights, great wars. Legit striker. Great Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. But he's at this point of his career also that can't take the shots, doesn't have the same output, doesn't have the same stamina. Just not the same anymore. He's on the downhill of his career right now. I have Corey Anderson boxing him, wrestling him, tiring him out. It'll be ground and pound stoppage by the third round.
I think it's going to go to decision. It's going to be a decision win by Corey Anderson. It's going to try and work and get the knockout out of Rua, but it's not going to happen for him. And he's going to have to settle with a decision win.
Yeah, I agree with G.I. Corey Anderson by decision.
By decision. Okay. All right. And this one,
this guy.
The one coming up now. Chris Cyborg. Cris Cyborg versus Leslie Smith. Leslie Smith, she is tough as heck. But sorry, Leslie, you're getting knocked out the first round. Most likely 3 minutes into that first round, she's going to get mollywopped. Oh, my goodness. She's mollywop stoppage. What about you, Gia?
I think because she's gonna be coming in with the jitters and butterflies in her stomach, she's gonna get Cris Cyborg is gonna get a knockout in the second round. Leslie Smith would be somebody really good to put your money against, being that she's such an underdog in this fight. But I'm not gonna do it. So. Yeah, Cris Cyborg, second round.
I got Cyborg with a first round KO in less than 1 minute.
My God. Holy snap. It could easily happen, though. It could easily happen. All right, so now we're going to the co-main event. That's Jacare Souza versus Vitor Belfort. Vitor Belfort, man, love the dude, another legend. And I'm not going to say like his age or he's getting to that point of his career where he can't take a shot or anything like that. No, pretty much it's been the TRT, testosterone replacement therapy, that's been banned, that's completely changed him. His body has changed. He doesn't have the same stamina anymore because of that. I don't see him winning this one. I think Jacare submits him in the second round, tires him out. I don't know if he's going to light him up because I think striking Vitor is still better, but he's going to tire him out. He's going to clinch him, knee him, try to take him down. By the second round, Vitor is going to be kind of gassed, and Jacare is going to submit him. Probably within 3 minutes of the second round. What about you, Gia?
I'm going to go with Vitor Belfort on this one because I think he's got a lot to prove right now, especially with all the saying that, hey, he doesn't have his Jamba Juice anymore, so he's probably not going to be able to perform like he used to. And he's going to go in there with, something to prove. So with that chip on his shoulder, he's probably going to try to get a knockout in the first round. If he can, his only chance is to get in the second. So I'm going for a second round knockout by Vitor Belfort.
What about you, Lee?
I'm going to take Jacare Souza, second round, rear naked choke submission victory.
Oh, so you're thinking that Vitor is going to try and get that knockout that I asked him to do, and then he's going to miss. Souza's going to go ahead and grab him, and yeah, I don't appreciate that, but all right.
My bad, bro.
Sure. It works, okay.
Main event. Fabricio Werdum versus Stipe Miocic. Both tough guys. It's going to be a dogfight. Fabricio's he's legit, man. He might be the best Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner in the heavyweight division ever, maybe. Close to Frank Mir, but I think he might edge him. Then his Muay Thai has gotten a lot better. His striking has improved a lot. But Stipe Miocic, I mean, he's a Golden Glove champion in boxing. He's a collegiate wrestler that achieved he's up there at high levels in wrestling. Just a badass in his time off when he's not training or doing MMA. He's a firefighter, tough as heck, good hands, good chin. I see him taking it to about the fourth round, and they stop the fight. They stop the fight on ground and pound stoppage, or even just knocks him out or takes him out. Yeah, knocks him out in the fourth round, peppering him up with jabs and straights.
I got Miocic. I think he's gonna get a third round knockout and stop Fabricio. Yeah, I know this guy's a tough SOB, and I mean his submission game is not that great, but I don't think he needs it with that 71% knockout ratio. So, yeah, I'm gonna go with Miocic, third round knockout.
What about you, Lee?
I think this is an interesting one, man. I really like the matchup. I think Werdum will win and keep his championship. I'm gonna say maybe I think he'll eventually catch Miocic and bring him to the ground. Maybe like in the 4th round, and then you probably get him to give up his back trying to get away, and just pound him out to the head till the ref stops the fight. But this is another one where I wouldn't mind, throwing a shot the other way on a DraftKings card, because it's a really good matchup, and I wouldn't be surprised if Miocic wins. But I'm gonna go with Werdum to keep his title.
All right.
So we have I think it looks like UFC has Miocic has the 3rd, right? In the rankings.
The rankings.
Yeah, it looks like they have him as 3rd in the rankings.
You sure?
Well, it looks like it. Let me see here.
I think he's number 1 right now.
Yeah, right there, number 3. And Fabricio Werdum has as a champion.
Who's number 1? Kane?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, so we have him as number 2. Following him will be number 1 will be Kane in our ranking, and Overeem is number 3. So, hey, if Miocic gets this win here, this is for the belt, right? We're going for the belt on this. So he'll be the champ. Him against Kane, possibly. Him against Overeem.
That would be a good one. I think he beats Overeem.
Looking at the future, I wouldn't mind seeing Stipe fight Overeem, man. That would be a pretty cool fight to watch.
Yeah, at least.
I think he knocks out Overeem though.
Yeah.
Might.
Yeah.
But it'll
Boxing,
be
boxing and his wrestling. I think he tires him out, keeps freaking boxing, then wrestling, and eventually catches him. Overeem doesn't have a good chin, and he's gonna catch him with a straight or hook, and it's gonna be night.
It'll be fireworks till it happens, though.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, Overeem is dangerous. I mean, he's a heck of a freaking striker. He's a Grand Prix freaking K1 kickboxing champion. He's a legit striker. So, but I think Miocic, if he wins the belt and he faces Overeem, beats him. If he wins the belt and he faces Kane, that would be a good one. I don't even know how that one ends. I can't even call that right now. That'll be a good fight, man. Yeah, so
now,
it's pretty legit.
Now taking out Floyd and McGregor, the whole thing about Floyd and McGregor possibly fighting. Where do you really want to see McGregor focusing on right now? Do you think?
I don't even, because now it feels like that rematch has to happen now because of all the drama with Diaz. But at the same time, it's like you have to defend your belt. And everybody wants to see that fight versus either Frankie Edgar or because now Jose Aldo and Frankie Edgar, they're fighting on UFC 200, right? Yeah, so he's gonna have to take the winner of that there. That's what I want to see, but I don't think they're gonna wait that long. So I think the rematch with Diaz is gonna happen. I have a feeling it's gonna happen probably like in UFC 201 or 202 or something like that.
I really feel like McGregor needs to be fighting at 155, like regularly though. Like that would be perfect for him. 145, he's a little too big and he drains a lot of weight to get there. We saw him fight at 160, and it was a little bit. At 170. My bad.
I'm
thinking of.
He couldn't even hit one. He couldn't even hit 170 though. He was eating potatoes and steak in the morning, and he still only made 168.
It's a little too big for him, you know. I think he needs to focus on 155. That'd be perfect.
I didn't even know this. Did you know that on the night of the fight, supposedly Nate Diaz was weighing like 190 pounds?
No,
that's insane.
That's crazy.
I'm dead. They were talking about that. Joe Rogan was talking about that, and some other fighters. He was supposedly like 190 pounds. That's his walk around weight, like 192.
And that goes to show you how hard McGregor really does hit, though, and the fact that because Nate said like, man, that little dude hits hard, man. Like he felt it, you know. He admitted it.
Yeah, bro. Like obviously, it was up until he gassed. It looked like
iron in those bones.
Now you see why he couldn't knock him out, because dude's 168, and this dude right here is almost 30 pounds heavier than you fighting. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy, man.
Now we talked about this before. With Ronda, I believe I asked you, Andy, the same question before. Do you see Ronda ever coming back and becoming a champion? Because I mean I love Miesha Tate, but I don't see Miesha keeping the belt for too long. And if that doesn't happen, who do you think would be the one to carry the gauntlet from now on, or will there ever be one to do it for as long as Ronda did?
You know who? I don't know, man. I have a bad feeling that the Ronda that's going to come back, if she comes back, will not be the same Ronda. I feel she's not the same Ronda. I feel she lost that last fight to Holly because, first of all, she was just mentally drained. She said she just did way too much promotion, doing all that promotion, and then on top of that, all the Hollywood stuff and the book signings and the TV shows and all the. I don't think she could really train. Even right now, I don't really think she's training it or taking MMA that seriously anymore. I don't know. Something just tells me that. I don't see her being the same anymore. I wouldn't even doubt it that her comeback fight she loses. Truthfully, I just don't see her being the same. I see her fighting one or two more times. If she loses this time coming back, I think she's gone. She's back to Hollywood. I think she retires. Who do I think could be somewhat dominant? I actually think Kat Zingano could be somewhat dominant. I think she could win the belt and defend it a couple of times. I think she got caught on that fight with Ronda. She just got caught. She made a mistake. I think had that not had happened, she could have even wound up beating Ronda. But you don't make mistakes against Ronda, so she did, and she paid the price.
Okay. I mean,
what do you think?
For me, I think that Ronda is just so naturally gifted. Aside, you know, with her judo skills, and they're like ingrained in her, like riding a bicycle. And she's just better than most of the women at 135, and I think she can definitely come back and win fights. But I really, you know, everybody kept saying, I don't want to see her fight Miesha again because Miesha's just gonna lose again after losing twice. But you know, I don't like to write off Miesha in any way, shape, or form. She's gotten better in every fight. She's got the belt now. She's still getting better.
Yes.
And I actually am someone that thinks Miesha can hold that belt for a while. I think her biggest, you know, I think she can beat Holly again if they fought in a rematch. And I think that if she fought Ronda, she would do much better. I don't know if she would win because Ronda may just have her number in a way. But she may even be able to beat Ronda if Ronda is doing things the way Franklin thinks she's doing things, then I think she might be able to beat her this time. The one, I mean, I can't stress this enough. I also agree with Franklin there that Kat Zingano is a problem, and can definitely also, you know, hold a belt for a while. But I think what you'll wind up seeing is if Ronda comes back in true form and works hard, that she will be a force to be reckoned with and can get the belt back. But if she's, you know, focusing on other things more than MMA, then I think it's going to be a battle between Zingano and Tate, which, I mean, they fought once. It was a great fight, you know. I'd love to see them do it again. It was one of the best 100 135-pound women's fights I've ever seen. Might actually be the best 135-pound women's fight I ever saw. It was a great fight, man.
That was
Amazing
a great fight.
I'd love to see that.
Misha had her almost finished, and then Zingano made a comeback. And oh man, it was crazy. That was a good fight.
I really think that was probably the most exciting fight. It lasted long. It was just great. They were both adjusting so well, to each other, back and forth, chess match with action, like those. You don't find better fights than that.
Matches. There's been a couple of good women's bantamweight matches in the UFC. Now that I'm thinking about it, now you say that one was a real good one. The Miocic Tate versus Ronda, the second fight that went all the way to the third
was really good
round.
too.
That was a good fight.
Yeah.
This last one, Misha versus Holly. Oh my God! Even
what's the common theme here? Misha's in all the fights. Because Misha comes to fight, she brings the fight.
Misha's it, yeah.
She doesn't give up, man.
Yeah.
The Ronda one versus Carmouche, her first appearance.
That was a very good fight. Carmouche almost had her, man, on the back there. That was crazy.
Yeah. Cranking the freaking jaw, about to break it.
I really like that.
Holly versus Ronda. That was a good fight.
I really like the Namajunas versus Page.
Yeah, well, that was at 115, but that was a hell of a fight.
That was at 115, but that fight was.
Page got whooped, but Page's she's tough, man.
Yeah,
that toughness.
She lost that fight, but she didn't. She lost but didn't lose, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because she rose her stock.
A lot of fans.
Yeah.
Man, she showed a lot of balls in that one. And I would have never thought that beautiful girl could have such big balls.
She does. But, she sure does, man.
She does.
She's badass. And if you guys are watching her on Dancing with the Stars, vote for her. I vote for her every time.
Yeah, she's a great dancer too.
Yeah, she's doing really good.
Yeah.
But this UFC 198 is actually in a few hours. It is the 14th already, and the prelim starts at 6:30 p.m. Or 3:30 p.m. Pacific, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. That's on UFC Fight Pass. And you have the FS1 prelims starting at 8 p.m. Eastern or 5 p.m. Pacific. And then you have the main card, which is 10 p.m. Eastern or 7 p.m. Pacific. You guys can pay-per-view it, or you can check out daily updates. I believe we'll have a link down in the sections below somewhere where you guys can check it out. I guess we can call it a secret link of the Fight Rant page, and you guys can enjoy it. Hey, let us know what you guys think about everything we're talking about today. What are your picks? If you do listen to one of us, hopefully not me because I'm not too great at those, let us know if it worked out for you. What do you guys think about Canelo versus Triple G? Give us your thoughts. Put the loop.
Yeah, Glory Kickboxing, Glory 30 right now, I think it's still going on right now. And if you missed it, you could catch it at 6 p.m. Pacific time. They'll have the replay on ESPN2. So that's 6 p.m. Pacific time. That'd be 9 p.m. Eastern time. To be on tomorrow. Oh, actually, today it's already Sunday. So you can catch that. You can catch that replay on ESPN2.
All right, so you can go back and forth between commercials.
Yep.
Right, and Lee, anything you want to add?
No, man, just I'm looking forward to the fights tomorrow, and it was good chatting with you fellas. So we'll
all right, and don't forget to check out our Instagram, Facebook,
that too.
Our Twitter. We have our website, fightrant.com. Check out our rankings. Let us know what you think about the rankings. And our Twitter is fight_rant. We are on Facebook at fightrant. .facebook.com or /facebook.com. And that's all we have for today as far as the fights go. Hope you guys have a great day, great weekend. And this is GI. I'm out.
Fight Rant, and we're out. Oh,
Boom. All right, fellas.
Boom.
We'll chat soon.